Today being 4th of October 2023, do you, John, take Jane as your lawful wedded wife? To love her like Christ loved the church, respect her for better and for worse?
Yes, I do, Pastor.
Do you, Jane, take John today to be your lawful wedded husband, to love, respect and submit to him?
Yes, I do, Pastor.
Now you are pronounced husband and wife.
You woman, what kind of food have you cooked? Do you want to poison me in my own house? I don't want this food, so I won't eat it. But Mom, this has been your favorite dish that you loved. I cooked it because when Sarah, your daughter, cooked it, you enjoyed it. That's why I decided to make it again today. That was Sarah that cooked it. Don't you know she is a better cook than you? I taught her right. Unlike you, you may be used to eating this kind of rubbish in your house. Get this food out of my sight, because it makes me want to vomit when I look at it. Whatever I try to do in this house, no one ever gets pleased. I go extra miles to learn and smile even if I'm hurt, but why my mother-in-law always rude to me?
Jane, what are you doing crying here? Can't you see my mom is starving and you are just here hiding in the room after filling your stomach?
That's exactly the reason I'm here. Mom yelled at me saying the food I cooked was rubbish, and she refused to even test it, and it's already 10 p.m. My baby is crying. I had to come and put her to bed. I asked your sister Sarah to help me make Mom some pasta, since I'm taking care of the baby for now.
So you want my mom to eat pasta for the night? Sarah is in her room, and I can't go and bother her. Can't you leave the baby here? Go make Mom something heavier than pasta? What kind of a lazy woman are you? I'm started to get so bored of you because you just want to always make my mom sad.
Brother, look, your wife didn't clean my room today, and when I'm the one cleaning the house, I clean everywhere. Why must she do that? I told you your wife hates me and she discriminates me like I'm not a member of this family. Should I be doing my own things separately while we are a family? Or does she wants to divide us as siblings?
Sarah, please. Just take the vacuum and clean your room. Is that something to frown about?
Just go and clean your room, my daughter. It's nothing to frown about indeed. Who are you to complain about something wrong in this house? When actually the king will reign on you in defense of his wife. Who are we in this house? Let's just live like slaves, because the most important person here is your brother's wife. What hurts me the most is that my own dad has forgotten that blood is thicker than water, and that evil woman found us as a family, and if she must leave, she will still leave us here. She came to this house so prepared to cause a division among siblings, and among children and their mother.
Mom, please stop. No one is dividing the family here. I will go and talk to my wife to stop what she did today. Now come sit down and relax. Have you taken your medicines today? Sit here, let me go and get them. Look here, woman. If there is anyone who wants to spoil and divide this family, then it's you. Why do you always find faults and reasons to talk bad about our daughter-only-law, Jane? That girl haven't done anything wrong, but you either yell at her, or accuse her to he husband. It's just because your son has a small brain just like yours and he jumps to your support without hearing his wife's side of the story. You better be careful before you break this boy's marriage.
Let it break, who cares? At least my son will get a loving wife that will know that I'm her mother-in-law and treat me with respect.
What do you know about love? When I married you, you decided to ask my own brother out of the house. Was that also love?
Don't dare compare me with that useless brother. If you loved each other enough, why didn't he come and see you when you were sick?
Here we go. You always point fingers at everyone and everything else except yourself. But remember, as one finger points at others, the four points at you. You should worry about your own daughter, whom you are teaching laziness in the name of beefing with your son's wife. Ask yourself if she can stay even a week at her husband's. Remember, he who laughs last, laughs best. Jane, my sister just said you cleaned the house and left her room. Why is that so? Do you want to divide this house, so each one will handle their own rooms? Soon you will ask me to lay my side of the bed.
I went to Sarah's house this morning to clean it, but I knocked the door and she refused to open, saying she was still sleeping. What was I supposed to do?
You should have gone back after she woke up. She is just 21, for God's sake, and she can't make right decisions too. Sometimes you don't need to take her seriously.
My mom had been really sick for the past 2 months, and you won't allow me go and see her. And I have been asking you at least to send her some money for hospital bills, since you know I'm a stay-home mom and can't help in this situation. You kept promising, but an excuse always comes up after the other. What am I supposed to do?
Okay, I will give you some money to send her tomorrow so she can get treated.
So my son is planning to send his mother-in-law money while I had been asking him to upgrade my phone and he didn't want. I must come up with an excuse to ruin his plan before he sends the money. Yes, I will just drop this old phone into the water so I can pressure him to buy me a new one. Yes. Son, my phone fell into the toilet today and I really have an upcoming important women meeting at church and I'm the coordinator. Now they will look for me even. Please get me a phone, even if it's not iPhone, just something I can use to communicate for the time being.
Mom, I will receive my salary on Friday. Today is Monday. If you may wait till Friday, that would do.
No, son, how will I coordinate the church activities till Friday? Remember, there is baptism this Sunday at our church, and so the meeting has to go on.
Okay, Mom, I will get you a phone today.
Baby, I'm going to the market to get some groceries. May you give me the money we talked about yesterday? So I can go and send it to Mom. So she may go and catch up with the line at the hospital this early.
I'm sorry, dear, I gave my mom the money to buy a cell phone. Her phone fell in the water yesterday and she said she had an important meeting to coordinate at church. Please tell Mom I will send her medications money on Friday when I receive my salary.
So you chose to buy your mom a cell phone, yet I told you my mom is seriously sick? So your mom's wants is now more important than my mother's needs? My mother is sick and this is life you are juggling with, for God's sake. Couldn't Mom just go to church and make phone call with anyone's phone for the sake of a life that is on stake? I can't take this anymore. I need a divorce.
Jane, we can't divorce because of money. I promised to send your mom the money on Friday, trust me.
You don't get it. It's not about money. It's about how you and your family treats me in this house like I'm not a member. It's about how you, the man that is supposed to be one with me, betrays me by gossiping with his family. It's how indecisive you are as the head of this household. It's hard to follow your leadership, because you say one thing today, and tomorrow it's different. Counselor, I'm tired of this marriage. As I told you earlier, my husband yells at me whenever his family accuse me to him. He changes plans and promises he makes for me and my whenever his family ask him to do something for them. Basically, my child and I are second options in his life. What broke the camel's back is that my mother was dying of sickness. He promised to send her money, but changed his mind to buy his mom a phone instead.
Mr. John, is it true what your wife just said about you? Yes, sir, but I didn't mean not to give her the money for the hospital bills. It's just that something emergency came up with my mom and I said I was going to send my mother-in-law money on Friday. But my wife didn't wait, she just rushed to borrow money from her friend to send her mother. An emergency came up with your mother that was more important than the life that was in stake? You young people of these days don't really understand your roles in marriage. Many complains of their wives not submitting to their husband, but did you love and gave your life to her like the Christ did? The church is written in the Bible in Ephesians 5:25-29. Have you left your father and mother to cleave to your wife to become one body, as the Bible says in Matthew 19 verse 5-6 that reads, "For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall be one." Have you loved your wife like you love yourself? If you did, you would consider her mother's sickness above anything else at that time, because it's life-threatening. As for you, Jane, have you took your time to pray for your family? And have you considered forgiving your husband and thinking of ending your marriage? You both go back home and think of your decision for the next 6 months as you practice the key points I highlighted above to see if there will be a change in the marriage. After that, you will come back with a conclusion. For now, go back home and think about it, my love. It's been 3 months since we came back from the counselor, and I have been thinking through how I have been treating you, and it dawned on me that I was being so unfair to you. I try to understand this because I had put myself in your shoes and I couldn't take it if I were in your shoes. Because I had opened doors for my family to command and disrespect you here and there, but I always keep quiet, or support them. From now on, I'm going to hold a family meeting and tell everyone enough is enough, and I will put boundaries, and everyone better stick by it or we'll have to rent our own place. Let's not divorce, please. Let's consider our child's feelings. He needs both parents just like I have mine, and you have yours too. Just watch me this few months. If I don't change, then you will go ahead with the divorce.
So son, are you telling us that we had been mingling in your affairs? Are you saying we can't talk to your wife anymore on how she should do her duties as a wife in this house?
Yes, Mom, with due respect, from now on, I will be the one to handle my wife if she has done anything wrong. None of you have rights to order my wife here and there. As for you, Sarah, you are not a kid anymore. You are 21. Handle anything to do with you. Be it cleaning your room or washing your clothes. And you must treat my wife with the same respect as me. My words are final and I'm done. Son, for the very first time today you talked like a man. A work of a real man is to protect his family. And I mean your immediate family. If you protect your mom against your own wife, she is my wife, not yours. So you are protecting someone's family. I'm very proud of you today. Anyone who will not take these words seriously will have to face me. Or else, you and your wife will find yourselves a place to stay and let me see who your mother and sister will be sending around. Enough is enough. This young girl has a loving family too, but she left her house to live with us. Isn't that a sacrifice enough? What else do you want from her? This meeting is closed and let me watch the two of you.
Hello family? Welcome back. And if you are new here, you are highly welcome. I'm Elizabeth. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. And kindly help us spread the word of God by liking and commenting on our videos. That way, they will easily pop up when others search it, and the good Lord will richly bless you. Thank you once again. Be blessed.